When using server-side includes for common elements of a web page, such as a navigation menu, you need to be careful to avoid broken links. I've copied all the files from the end of the previous video into the chapter 7 07_03 folder of the exercise files. Let's load parent.php in a browser. And then we'll click this link again. This is the one that comes from an external file. And it says the page was not found. The important thing to note here is it says the requested URL introducing PHP chapter 07 linked.php. So it's looking for the file in the chapter 07 folder rather than in the 07_03 subfolder. So let's see why that's happening. Go back to the editing program, and here is para.html. There is the link in there. And if we load this directly into a browser and then click that link, it gets the correct page. So the reason for that is that para.html is inside the includes folder, and it needs to go up one level to be able to find linked.php. But when para.html is included in parent.php, it becomes an integral part of the page. So the document relative link no longer points to the correct folder. To fix this, external files need to use links that are relative to the site root, and that confuses many people. The path to include an external file needs to be document relative, but all the links inside an included file need to be relative to the site root. In this case, there's just one link in this file, so I could edit this link by adding a / at the beginning of the href attribute and then adding introducing php /chapter 07 /07_03. But there's a much better way to do it when you've got multiple links. So what you need to do is after the opening quotes of href, immediately there, no space in between, you need to have a PHP block. And I'm going to use the PHP shortcut for echo. And then I'm going to use a variable called site root, then my semicolon and the closing PHP tag, and then get rid of those two dots before the /. Make sure that there is no space between the closing PHP tag and that /. And then what we need to do is to save that and then go to the parent page, parent.php, and above the doc type declaration, we need to define site root. So inside a PHP tag there, we create the variable site root, and then we need to define it. In this particular case, it's / introducing PHP, then ch07 /07_03. So if we save that, everything should now work. Now you might be wondering what's going to happen here. This has got a .html file name extension, and I've put some PHP in there. Doesn't matter. Thing is that it's going to be included in parent.php, so this PHP will be correctly interpreted by the PHP engine. So if we go back to parent.php and load it into a browser, just make sure that we've refreshed it correctly, and then we click link to another page, and this time we get to the correct page. And that's how you deal with links inside external files that are used as server-side includes. Although you use a document relative path to include a file, links inside the external file should be relative to the site root. A server-side include is merged with its parent file, which might be at a different level in the site hierarchy. Using site root relative links inside include files ensures they'll always point to the correct location. In this example, I've used only a hyperlink, but the same principle also applies to assets, such as images and style sheets that are linked to from a server-side include.